Hello everyone, welcome to Motivational Medicos. My name is Pulkit Gupta and this video is a continuation of shoulder joint. And in our previous video, we have already told about shoulder joint, its type, articular surfaces, and the ligaments of the shoulder joint. In this video, we are going to talk about the factors providing stability to the shoulder joint. So without wasting time, let's get started. So the factors providing stability to shoulder joint. There are 4 factors which we need to study, which are providing the stability to shoulder joint. So the first one is glenoid labrum. The first point is glenoid labrum. So what is glenoid labrum? See, this is scapula and this is the shoulder joint. So as you can see, this is a very smaller and shallow glenoid cavity, and this head of humerus is very big and very large. So to hold this, we have some fibrocartilaginous structures on both the side of this glenoid cavity, which makes this cavity more deep and shallow, and also that is, so we'll write down. So this glenoid cavity basically is provide, what it is doing, it's provide protection, it's providing protection by deepening the shallow glenoid cavity. Basically this glenoid labrum making it deep, making this cavity deep, shallow glenoid cavity. So this is our first factor. The second factor is the coracoacromial arch. So what is this coracoacromial arch? See, in this joint, you can see this is coracoid process, this is acromion, and in our previous video I have already told you that there is a ligament present between the coracoid and acromion, that is coracoacromial ligament. So these three structure basically, I imagine like this is a ligament, and these three structure together form the coracoacromial arch. So if this is a structure present like this, so what it is doing, this arch, it is protecting the joint, this joint from above, protecting it, and also prevents the upward dislocation of the head of humerus. So it can only move to 90 degree, preventing from upward dislocation. So now let's write down what it is doing. It is protect the joint from above, protecting the joint from above, and also prevent dislocation of the head of humerus, prevent dislocation of head of humerus. So this is second factor which is providing stability to shoulder joint. The third one is the rotator cuff. See, we have already made video on the rotator cuff. You can watch that video by pressing above on the I button. So I will tell you general about the rotator cuff. This rotator cuff is a musculotendinous cuff. Basically it is formed by the tendons of muscles, and it is present basically formed by the 4 muscles, that is SITS, that is supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. And these muscles are present like this. The arrangement of the muscles are like this. The one muscle is present, that is subscapularis, present above, basically anteriorly, and you can see 3 muscles behind, that is supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and the teres minor. So basically what this cuff is doing, cuff is basically what helping, it's helping in the grasping the head of humerus, and it pulling it medially to hold it against the smaller and shallow glenoid cavity. And also you can see as an first of all I'll tell you, I'll write down first that what it is doing. It is helping in, it is formed by the this muscles, that is SITS, that is supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and the subscapularis. So it is formed by the four muscles, these four muscles. And what these four muscles is doing, these muscles are basically helping in grasp the head of humerus, and pull it medially, basically putting it medially to hold it against the small shallow glenoid cavity, to hold it against a smaller shallow glenoid cavity. So this is how this rotator cuff basically. As also one more thing I want to tell you, that this rotator means, why it is calling rotator, because this cuff also providing basically to the head of humerus the rotation also possible at this joint. I want to show you. Let's see. Due to the help of this four muscles helping in its movement, basically rotation, that's why it's basically also helping in, that's why we are calling it rotator cuff. And the fourth one is the long head of biceps brachii. So in our previous video we have already told you that this biceps brachii is present, which is passing from the this narrow groove and also covering the head of humerus. So what this muscle is doing, this muscle is present above in this region, passing from this, and it's attached at the basically to the coracoid process. So this long head of biceps brachii also help in prevent from upward dislocation, of head of humerus. So these four are the factors providing stability to the shoulder joint. The first one is glenoid labrum. This is a fibrocartilage structures which what doing, it is making deepening the glenoid cavity and providing protection by shallowing glenoid cavity. The second one is coracoacromial arch. This is present above in this region, so preventing from the joint from above and prevent dislocation of head of humerus. The third one is rotator cuff. It is acting like a cuff. It is formed by the four muscles. It is helping in grasping the head of humerus and pulling it medially to hold it against the shallow glenoid cavity, and also it is providing joint movement, rotation of the joint. And the last one is the long head of biceps brachii, which help preventing the from upward dislocation of head of humerus. So that's it for this video. Hope you like it. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll study more about this shoulder joint in our next video. That's it. Thank you guys.